Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So we're back. You can see it's again Kosice in Slovakia in now 1999. So just kind of shows the progression. The last one I think was 1984. Just gives the viewpoint as you load of things progressing, I suppose. Hopefully I'll be able to progress because I had a bit of a challenge last episode. I think I just need to focus on building some things out so that when people arrive, if I can figure out how to get people back, that there'll be something for them to come back to. Alright, so we are here. You know, we're allowing citizens to move into the building, but temperature in the building is too low. Do I need, like, heat or something? I'm confused. Well, anyway. Not worried about that. So, I think what I need to figure out is farms. So there's livestock farms. I see. Small farm. Okay, so let's see. What does a small farm do? 10 tons of crops, 76. The problem here is, like, it's going to take a long time to build, but I'm just wondering, that might be too big. But I would think I want to do more than a little one. So let's see, is this gonna... Alright, so that flattens the terrain. Now the question is... You know, what will it take? So let's see, are they moving, or is there some reason it's not building again? Alright, there are assigned construction offices, and I hear things happening, so we should be okay. And then this will, you know, I guess I'll assign this field to a farm. But in the meantime, we'll get that going. But then I also want to, so I'm going to get this picking up some gravel, because I obviously want to keep this full if I can. So we've got concrete going on. You know, things are a little ways away. I also think I'm going to have to do things with electricity. So let's see. I've got, I think, are those my voltage, high voltage wires? I see, I can go underneath. Alright, so if I do this, does this what I want to see? Okay, so view electrical connections. But the question is, can I do another one that will work there? Alright, so we have that. I can go ahead and get some basic mud road in there. Let me And some other infrastructure's in the way. Alright, so we'll do that. And then I think I'm going to need to run some power lines, I would think. Let's see, crossing not allowed, building in the way. So let's see. Can I get like nearby and then that will do what I need? I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if that will work like other games, but anyway, let's see where we're at here. So okay, they're just bringing all the material, so they need to get the groundworks together. Oh, we're getting some workers here. Now I'm going to not build, in theory, more than one thing. You know, we'll see how that all goes. But at this point, they're building away, and I've got 51 workers, so... But we still need... This should probably get me all the concrete. It's probably not going to get me all the asphalt I need, but there we go. We have all the concrete. And we should have most of the asphalt. And then gravel should be pretty easy. Alright, we're getting some more workers. So that's important, because I really need things going on, because then I should be able, I imagine, eventually to produce some food. So gravel can usually come in 10 tons in those trucks. So that, alright, that gets me everything. But, you know, we just have a lot of work days to build this. You know, in theory, it's basically like 3 years of work days, but that is dependent on the number of workers we have. So again, we're losing workers, which is typical. We've got a couple buses. Okay, he's waiting. So yeah, I wonder if I can do things like with signs. So let's see, like so if I do that, yield. Alright, and sets priority roads, so there we go. Whoops, no, I do not want to do it without changes. So we'll do that. And then we'll have the appropriate signs, and that way, you know, these guys will keep going, and anything coming off the side roads we're not that worried about. Alright, well, we're getting close to 20%. We do have all our material, but again, we have several hundred work days to get the groundworks done. You know, the good news is we've got gravel roads all the way out here, and then it just turns into slightly slower roads once we're there. I'm hoping we're getting a nice full set of workers. Not really. Because yeah, I think some of how the work is happening is because we have the excavator, but eventually, like, the excavator can't do its thing. So, yeah, but you can see they're consuming, you know, the concrete, the gravel. But anyway, while we're doing that, let's take a look. I don't need residential areas, but alright, I have crops. See, and then this will take crops and turn it into food, so I think that's what I need to do. And then I can have food and meat. Yeah, I can also build a livestock farm. So let's see, a livestock haul range. And then the slaughterhouse, which I assume we need, and then we've got meat storage. which will just store different pieces of meat. But, yeah. So I'm doing something. Let's see. Oh, heating connections. I see. So I have water connections, but I don't have heating infrastructure. So that's the issue. I need a heating plant. Obviously, we're going to want a small one. Whoa, that's small? Holy moly. Let's see. Where can I place this? I don't think I can because of everything that's involved. But unless I get the road network, like that's bad too. So, alright. So we've got this. Do I put in some dirt road? Okay, I can't put a dirt road there because there's infrastructure in the way. I assume I can't... Oh, I can continue this way? Interesting. Let me see. I don't think it's going to actually let me get there. That's what I'm kind of worried about. So let's see. There we go. Alright, so that way they can get where they need to. And now we'll try to get in the heating things eventually, but so that might have been why people were moving out, because it was getting really chilly too, so that doesn't help. Alright, we are still on the groundworks, but we're down to 43 work days, 24 workers. But what I don't want to do is, again, like create a situation where I've got competing things building, and then it just takes forever to have everything build. So I need to be a little bit focused. But I've built one of these before, so I assume I'm going to be able to pick up all of the material. Alright, so yes, they've got the electric components. So we're good there. We just need steel, which there it is. And then the workers can start building. So that'll be the next thing, is we're going to have a busload of workers, but then they're basically diverted from the farm. So we'll see where these workers are headed. Alright, they're going to the farm. Alright, so now we're laying bricks. And there's going to be, you know, some other work that happens, but obviously they also need material. So they don't have any resources, so I'm not quite sure the value of having people. Alright, so he's coming. I think he's a crane that will just help build things. So that's kind of the replacement of the excavator that left. So, and then that should start at some point, but right now it can't do anything because it's missing material. But here comes steel. So the question will be, you know, can it start building with just the steel? And I bet it can't, but alright, well, and that's the challenge. Like, we have these other roads on the other side, like, I don't know why, there we go, why things don't pass each other. Why are they only using one road? The whole point of having two was that they could take other paths, but they just seem to be refusing to do that. Alright, so we have all the steel. These are boards. I assume we have all of them, or the truck would be more full. But you would think with boards and steel they could do something. But we're going to find that out very soon, I guess. But if nothing else, like, we're going to have bricks in a moment, and then, but the workers have trickled away, and we're basically almost down to no workers. Alright, and it looks... I'd be surprised if I have all the bricks that I need in one truckload. I don't think that will work. So, as you can see, it does not. So, if you're new to the game, I'm on realistic mode, and that basically requires you to do everything realistically. Alright, so this is coming with bricks now. Now that, again, is not full, so that will likely have all the bricks that I need, which is strange because I had 7.8 tons of bricks in that little truck, and this looks like a lot more than that. We're going to need a ton of steel at some point, but that's probably because we're going to start building the silos or something. I'm thinking that what we're building now is going to be the building here, and then I think everything else will be built out later. Alright, 20 workers at least is something. So I suppose that's good. But now we'll have workers, and there we go. Construction is now running. So you can see the work days with 20 workers, it ticks down pretty well, but we won't stay at 20 workers for very long. So that's the issue. Initially, when I started playing the game, I was like, wow, it's 2,000 days, like, I'm really going to be waiting. I was figuring I'm going to wait, like, watch it take 10 years to build something, but then I realized it was, kind of man hours or man days, so that, when I have people, it just works through it. But, even with those 20 workers, we were at 38. We still haven't gotten 10%, but it does look like they're really focused on this building. And so that will give us that. I hope we have a good slew of workers, but it seems then we come with a bus that doesn't have a lot, because I think the workers have to accumulate at the border. This is where it would be helpful if I had people in my building that would come and do some work. Yeah, see, so we only added like 8 people or 10 people, and now those 20 are ticking down. Alright, but we are done with that building, and now we're going to do some steel framing. So let's see what we've got. Just a very, industrial building, kind of like every Soviet building looks like, right? And remember, this is a medium farm, not a small farm, so I'm assuming that will improve the speed of productivity and all of that. Now, the other thing that I found is I did a little research on this, and I need a repair depot. But I'm not sure where those are found. So I'm also going to need a waste depot somewhere. Small stand for garbage. Alright, and then recycling, incinerator, storages, scrap yards. So lots of things going on there. Alright, okay, so the substation is built, but again, we don't have any power. So, like I said, once these get built, I'm going to be curious. Alright, so I need to send him to go get fuel and fill things, and I think he'll then take that and go. I'm going to send this away too, because I'm sure we're less than 50%, so we'll go get that. And the problem is, we are spending money because we're paying workers, we're doing a lot of other things. Alright, lots of steel, so... So I'm sure just a couple more trucks, but then a lot of days left to build everything else out on this farm. But what I'm hoping is, because, you know, this building has power, that then, like, that will get me connected there. But I may somehow need to run the power lines all the way over. I don't know. So that would be less than optimal if that's the situation. So yeah, way back in September. So they escape is what it's called in the game. So see, oh, I see he's filling up. Why is he filling up? Oh, he's getting gravel and bringing it in, because I obviously can't create gravel. So alright, that makes sense. Alright, so that's the rest of the steel. Now we have workers. They are building, so that's good, because at this point with steel they can do some stuff. We had our crane delivered, so that should actually, it seems to be helping make things quite efficient. I like that. But I'm somehow guessing the way this will build up is it'll just, like, everything else will appear again. But I'm not quite sure that these trucks can get all the steel. Now there's another one coming, but we're close. 2.1 tons left, and then we'll have it all. But that's kind of where we're spending money. You can see it slowly trickling down. I mean, the good news is we're buying everything in rubles, so I think that's a lower level currency than the dollars that would be, you know, fancy in this type of society, and probably highly sought after. Alright, good news is 51 people. Like, that is great. So we've already gone, I think we had like 549 work days or something, so we're already in the 300s. We are starting to lose people, however, so now things will start to slow down again. Yeah, so... But, you know, hopefully word is out that, hey, some Chaska is doing its thing, or Somhaska, sorry. Oh, and now we're going to slow down because we have dirt. So that's not going to help. So however many people, there's only 14 workers on board. And that'll get us up to 37 for a little bit, but it's still a long way. But now you see why we want at least gravel roads or something. And I'm thinking I'm going to finish that up here. So I'm going to do that and get this taken care of. And then that will get people moving along. So, where are we at here? 90%. Another bus of people. Give me a large influx of workers, and we did not. Disappointing. But we're down to 100 days. They're up at the top end of the silos, and then we're going to have to figure out how to assign the field to the farm. But then I'm sure I'm going to need to buy tractors and things like that too. We'll see if we can find used equipment, because right now I don't know that that makes sense. Alright, so it's transporting the bulldozer because it's far away, so the bulldozer won't drive. Although, yeah, it was just taking it to the road, but still, that works. Alright, we are down. Oh, we are down, so that's good. Okay, new vehicle, so we have like a forklift. Alright, I think our farm is good. So let's see. Now if I do this, the field is not assigned to any farm. So how do I do that? View buildings. Okay, that can be reached on foot. No tractors. Let's see. So, more. No. Let's just change workplace. View electrical connections. So we're good, other than we don't really have any. Purchase new vehicles. There is no connection to the customs house. That doesn't sound good. What did that just pick up? Or did it drop something off? I'm a little confused. Like what is... Oh, he's picking up the crane. I see. Alright. That makes more sense. Alright. Well, we know we need farm things, so we need tractors, vehicles to harvest, and trucks. And building has no power supply. So we're going to head here, and we're going to look for used vehicles. So let's see. Tractor. We don't even have tractors available? Well, that's disappointing. We have harvesting. Alright. So we'll buy the combine. But yeah, no tractor, so I may need to buy a tractor new, I guess. And then no trucks either? That seems unlikely. Let's see, covered haul trucks. Like, yeah, it'll move crops and all of that. Alright, so we're gonna take that. And then... let's see. There is no tractor. Oh, sowing. So let's see if I've got a used vehicle that's sowing. I do not. Alright. So if I go to new vehicles, sowing. Alright, that's not too bad. But, you know, it's before 1970, so we're a little bit crazy. So let's see. So at this point we want to set the depot here to the farm. Okay, I'm hoping that did it. Yeah, it looks like it. So we've got the tractor, I think, moving along. So, and then again, I can load it onto the flatbed of another thing, but alright, here comes the harvester. And then that may be the other covered vehicle. I don't know how many vehicles we can have here on the medium farm. Oh yeah, we can have 12, so we'll be good. But we need the power supply, so the question is, what's going on here? Construction has... oh goodness, no. So the problem is I need gravel. It's going to try to get gravel from there. So let me see, can I set this? If I send it to selected construction, because yeah, at this point it's getting the gravel from the gravel pit, which I can't get to. So that ends up being the problem. Right, so I'm guessing all of these are probably going to go get fuel, is where he's probably going, because he's empty. Now, how are we here? Okay, we're not doing well. So let's see, is the cistern just filling some of those? Okay, that's the garbage truck, the water truck. So this becomes the challenge with the game, is you do start having to figure out kind of what you need to do. Man, that is just, look at all that smoke. That's just crazy. So yes, I'm sure, yep, they're all very, very light on fuel. Hopefully they'll make it. But, you know, now he's got a good amount of fuel. He should be fine. So, like, we've got the equipment we need, it looks like. Alright, so do I need to just make this? So, let's see if that helps. Although I think the problem is, do I have... I do have construction office 3. Alright, there we go. So that truck, I think, will now go and get gravel. And so that way we'll have this construction office can always handle things coming. But basically, you pick the location, and then you could set the sources. So, like, if you look here, like, see, the gravel's coming from the aggregate storage, and so forth. And so that was the challenge, is obviously they couldn't do that. Alright, so we're all set now. I don't think I have anything heading here. So let me add a new stop. And we want to unload fuel. Okay. So that should be good there. And then I can start it, and it'll go to both of those and take care of things. Alright, and the good news is here, like, once we do this, then all of this will work out. So yeah, I don't know what I need, like, why these aren't building. I kind of think they just did build, but it might be, again, because, like, I had the road set and it's just kind of waiting to get that done. Alright, so the truck is just parked. Alright, field requires... Okay, so I think at this point, there we go, it's assigned to Somhaska Medium Farm, so, like, the field did get assigned. But the question is, do I need different fields for different crops? And I don't think I do. And it also looks like I need, like, oil tanks to get fuel and so forth. So let me see if I can find a used one of that. Oil tank. There we go. So we'll get that, and then we're going to take this vehicle, and we're going to assign the workplace. Why not? Alright, so the question is, I think, Alright, so I can put him there. But then they should be able to move things around. Alright, so they're not quite done with the road. But again, we got 23 workers on site. That usually goes pretty quick. And then we'll have at least all the main roads around the main area of town in solid shape. You know, I suppose the only thing I probably should do is also, you know, now, because the thing is, there we go. Alright, we'll get that. And, you know, get a lot of these kind of set. So I'm gonna leave it at that right now, because otherwise I think we're gonna potentially have a problem. Like, they're not showing up as construction, but so I'm not sure if they really, like, you might not be able to change these, or they are operating. Yeah, okay. So, you know, as long as I don't use both of these at the same time, so I should actually be able to upgrade this one. But that will be good. Because these shouldn't take a ton. Yeah, 3.4 tons of gravel. 3.2, you know, it just really depends. But between all these trucks, because the challenge is, like, it's probably just grabbing what it needs. You know, it would be more efficient if it would be like, alright, I'm gonna get 10 tons and then I'm just gonna go do everything. But right now it's not doing that. Alright. So the good news is, like, then these roads will be done. So, you know, but again, it's probably just going to go get one group of people, and then the other bus will go get the other group of people. Alright, and then the question is, are these guys, where's the cistern? Okay, why is it stuck here? What is wrong with it? Oh, I see. It probably can't get back there now. So he's stuck and waiting. But at least we have some fuel there. Alright, and we've got those workers there. And this should go very, very fast, I would imagine. Because we're just basically doing the driveways. But at least if we do that, like, the machines coming in and out of everything will be quick. You know, this is the demolition space, so don't necessarily need that. But we have a farm. I don't know that I can tell. Like, I'm not sure that I can view it. Okay, there's the harvester, there's the tractor. Alright, because I was like, where are they parked? So, you know, we've got a lot of map that we could use, potentially, but we're a long way away from that, so moved really far away, obviously. Alright, so that is done. This one is working. And the question is, like, so is the gravel dumped everywhere? It may be. So yeah, they're heading to one of those. Because, like, now that this is done, like, I can get gravel from the aggregate, and I don't need those particular trucks to go. But yeah, that's done. That's done. That one was, well, that one might not be upgraded, so let me see. Is that already? It's kind of gravel, so I might not need that. But, you know, they'll get this one done. You know, because we're getting big enough crews that at least things are happening. But why are these not working? So, something's wrong with the electricity. I need to figure that out. Building in the way. Alright. So, if I want to demolish that, and thank goodness we didn't, like, demolish the building. That was a little bit dangerous. But now if I go here, and let's see. And then, can I get it over here? I mean, crossing not allowed. Alright. So we go there, and then... Okay, I don't need crossing, I just need them connected. Like, how do I do that? Or do I have to go... Do I have to run it all the way over to the connection, is what I'm wondering. Like, is that what needs to happen to power it? Which would seem crazy, but it might be what we need to do. But we'll see. We'll see if now they start getting those done. Alright, so we have the farms. The next thing we're going to need is food. The food factory. Alright, it's too close to the existing buildings. I think I'm gonna regret putting this where I'm putting it, but it's how we learn. And so the question is, like, what are they gonna build here? Alright, they are building gravel. So I think if there's, like, already a gravel road and you put something down, like, at least it seems to use the logic of, you know, I'm gonna build things. Okay, so the question here is, like, can I not... Like, let me do this and see if somehow it can't get to the aggregate storage. Because at this point, I should be able to set these back to go to the aggregate storage. And say, you know, the source is going to go here. And it doesn't seem to have a problem. It's not like shutting... Oh no, that's this truck. Never mind. But yeah, then the hope is, like, once we have the food plant, like, we should have a lot of the things. I mean, yeah, people won't be super happy, but we also need heating. So we are going to have to do that. But that will probably be for next time, because we're getting a little long in the tooth on this episode. But let's see. So, it's these things. No construction office assigned yet. Which, again, is interesting. It's like, why? But it might be because the road needs to be built. So until you have a road... you know, you can't do anything. So we've got, what, 31 workers? That should get hammered out pretty fast then. Alright, so now the question is he... Alright, he's still loading up, so I'm like, I want to make sure he's not stuck. But it just takes a bit for them to get 25 tons of gravel. But there we go, and it is moving. Because if he can deliver, then the other sites should be able to get in there and do what they need to do. And then once this is done, we should be in good shape. It's just, once again, how do these get built? And obviously, you know, I had these there, it's just they're not getting built out for some reason, so definitely weird. Alright, so yep, there we go. Road's done, and now everybody else is starting to work. And they're all heading to the aggregate location, so we're good. So now I can finish upgrading the rest of these. And that should work okay. So that will have well, no, it's not everything. I guess I need to do these too. Just get everybody graveled up here. Yeah, I'm just not sure that that road is really usable. Alright, so lots of concrete for this. There is not much going on. We don't have wood, we don't have steel. I mean, we do have boards later, I guess, so there might be some roofs or something that get built out. But, you know, definitely enjoying the pace of kind of how things do work here. But, alright, where's he taking... Oh, they need gravel for the building, okay. So... I think I'm okay, but I may not be. Do I have all my dumpers? So, like, yeah, they can't get through. But where is the other one from? Because I think... No, those are the mixers. I mean, I do have a dumper going from somewhere. Because he's clearly delivered the gravel, but basically I need... Yeah, it's like, is it building those or not? Because it did 10 tons of gravel, but now it's not, like, going back to the location. So I'm a little confused. Like, I did see him deliver, but where is he now? Alright, that should be all the concrete. So, I wish it would start building these out so that we had power to the buildings, because we're going to get into the spring and we're not going to have it. So my question is, do I have a gravel truck somewhere that's stuck? Do I really only have those 3 trucks? That doesn't seem right. Alright, my concern is... Alright, if I do that and then put... Let's see if that helps now. Whoops. Demolition has been stopped. No workers on the mechanism. Come on, really? This is problematic. Alright, so... Alright, I want this to... Alright, and I can't make him work. Alright, so that's an unfinished road. But yeah, I have a bit of a mess here, because it's kind of like I don't have what I need. So, let's see, can I get a used vehicle? And can I get a dumper? Alright, that will do gravel. And then I'm going to assign this vehicle to this location. But wait, is that a road depot? Yeah, that's not going to help me. I need it in a construction location. So, Alright, so I actually, yes, I need... Where is he? Is that him? Alright. So I need him actually here. And then that should be able to go and do some work. Because if I have a truck then that will go... I mean, he's probably going to need to go get fuel. Alright, so there you go. He's going to load some material for the food factory. And eventually he'll get to the road. And then that'll... But that will work things out. It's interesting that... Well, I guess it's all the other dumpers that aren't working, but... But if they do that, then they can at least start working the food factory. So, but it can only carry 7.5 tons. And I assume, yes, no other dumpers. So, just a few things here and there, but... So we're gonna need, what, 7 trips? 4 trips? 4 trips. So it's gonna take a little bit of effort. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the construction can run with shovel. So that's a good thing. You know, it's probably going to be very slow and inefficient. But let's see, are the buses pulling out and bringing workers? I think so. Yep. So that'll work. Alright, now this is going where? Interesting, to the food factory. Alright, well, we do need gravel, so I suppose... But yeah, 2,400 days is going to take a little bit of time. What I want to do is make sure that some of the roads are going to get resolved. But the problem is, I think I need to get this repaired, and that is the problem. Alright, so the good news is we do have workers doing all the groundwork, so we are finally progressing. We've got hundreds of days left. But the problem ends up being, it doesn't appear that I have this opportunity, so... I see, so I think we bought a new bus is what the replace was. But then this should... yeah, it should get me what I need. Let's see, let's send him out for fuel. Let's build this to this. So we're going to unload fuel there. And we're going to load fuel. Oops. Alright, let me see how that works. It probably won't. Alright. This is the first time I've been in winter, so I'm sure we don't have snow plows, so that probably doesn't help. So let's see, is this the technical? No, that's the demolition office. Is this the technical office? Yes. So let's look for used vehicle, snow plow. Alright, and then again we're going to assign the snow plow to this location. And it should be okay there. And then I assume it will go along what can it not get to? Oh, I see, it can't get to the gas station? Or... why can't it get to the gas station? I'm confused now. So, it would seem that things are okay, but anyway, they're doing the demolition. So that should hopefully clear some things up. And then, and then we'll be able to go. But basically we need to get our infrastructure operating again. So it's waiting for garbage disposal. There they go. It's going to go get more people so that they can take care of that. I'm confused, like, why they're still working, but maybe because... Now, am I... I can't get there because I haven't done that work yet. But the confusion... Because, yeah, they're on unfinished road, but for some reason they're not going. I don't understand, and it might just be because, like, right now they're on food factory, and you can see the priority is there. So I don't know if I can change the sequence. It doesn't look like I can. But I'm going to cancel this assignment, and I'm going to see then if this will start working. Alright, well, the good news is now they're doing something. Alright, so they're going to the food factory. Oh, can that dumper not take? I can do gravel. How are there no fuel stations in range? Oh. I think it's because they're literally all being worked on. Alright, I get it now. So yeah, I created all kinds of problems for myself, if I really look at that. But I also need to unshuffle this. So let me get that back there, and hopefully that will just go. And then, all right, so hopefully now we'll move things along, because this is going to the farm, so that should be okay. And this will go back to the depot, and then once we have other things done. But the question is that other truck going to like, where is that other gravel truck going? Like, I don't see him. But yeah, he's got fuel. And then they're going to the office, but why they're not moving? There we go. All right. I'm like, please don't wait. But yeah, now this will go to the other space. I really need the snowplow to do its thing. Like, this is really going slow. Alright, so this is the dumper. Alright, so now he's going to the food factory. He must have been in here, and I didn't see him. Yeah, we've got a good amount of gravel, so we're good, but the snow is definitely making the world an unenjoyable place. So let's not kid anybody. But yeah, we'll have that, and then, this will end up going and getting the material. They're waiting for garbage disposal, but he's got to get back to the facility, but everything got kind of backed up with everything that was going on. You know, because the question is, are they waiting? Yeah, and they were. Like, they couldn't make any further progress because they were waiting on gravel, and they'll also be waiting on asphalt, so what I need is this truck to now... Yeah, see, the problem is now it's going to go get asphalt, which is important, but like I needed doing other things. Alright. So I think it's gotten rid of all the trash. And then the road should be... I see there's no workers finishing it yet. You know, but it had, what? Not a ton. The mixed waste is done. So yeah, this is a very, very tedious builder, as you can tell. So just monitoring what's happening, but question is, no workers or mechanism. Like, is it waiting for this to get back? I'm really confused. Because I don't know why that is set. Like, if it doesn't have workers, then go get some. Oh, I see. Now the vehicle needs to refuel. Really? So I'm basically stuck. The question is, am I going to run out of... Oh boy, they're all going to run out of fuel. So this is not good. Oh my goodness. Well, but... Alright, so I need to make this a high priority, because the next thing they need to do is go and get gravel to that thing, and so we can get gas and get fuel, because otherwise I'm going to have a bunch of trucks that can't do anything, and I'm basically going to be stuck, which is kind of ridiculous, but... Alright, so I'm hoping that's what it's doing now, is it's going to go and get this, and is this is not unfinished road 4 though. So that's what I don't understand. What is unfinished road? Because he came out of here. So yeah, like in theory it should move that over. Because, yeah, I don't know where unfinished road 4 is. Alright, now this is going to get some worker... Oh, okay, for the food factory. So I'm hoping... Ay, ay, ay. I mean, I want it to go here. I just don't know if that's where it's going to go. And I probably need to make this other road a high priority too. And maybe that will work, but let's see. It's going in the right direction. Alright, thank goodness. Because if I can get that done, and now we have all the gravel, and then we just need to get workers there, like, then it should be okay. What is this doing now? That was a weird way to go, but... Because at least then all the other vehicles can start moving, because there's, like, plenty of fuel here. I don't have a fuel problem. But now are they going... Okay, and they're going to unfinished road. So definitely it's easy to get yourself in trouble. So don't try to get too excited and move too quickly, because you can get yourself in trouble. I don't know what else to say. It can turn ugly fast. But the good news is at this point, like, I think everything should quiet down, but we're probably going to get a bunch of things moving to get fuel. So, you know, we're not going to finish the food factory in this episode. Like, that has got a long way to go. Right. So now they're going, I don't know where they dumped more material. I don't understand how these... Okay, there's the dumper, so maybe that was one of the others, but at this point the fuel station should be accessible. So anything that needs fuel can get there. Alright, so that's the thing, like, can it... I mean, let's make sure it's going, because it's empty. But the question is, okay, so empty vehicles can go where they need, can go get fuel, so that's good. Because, yeah, otherwise that was just not a good thing. So that's going to take a good amount, but then that gets the demolition going. Alright, they're working on that, so that'll be the rest of the fuel. And now at this point, I should be able to top off the fuel, because they should be done by the time he's ready to get over there. Alright, we've got no workers, and they're missing gravel. Because we still need to get, like, this road done and stuff. But again, we're filling up. You know, he's probably got to go get fuel himself, for goodness sake. So there we go. That is what it will do. Okay, I think these guys are good, so there should be some fuel there. Because we also need that piece done. Alright, where is the truck? Oh, okay, he was delivering gravel to the food. Alright, so we're done with gravel. Now, is he gonna go get more gravel? That doesn't make any sense. Because it looks like that's what he's... Oh no, he's going back to the construction office, and then he'll get his next assignment. Alright, are we... Alright, cool. So we're finally doing that demolition, and then that should get some... Hopefully get some things cleared up. Now, I don't remember what the distribution office does. I had them in the beginning, obviously, but... Although, maybe I didn't assign anything to them. Alright. Alright, so now they're going to take things to some more of the roads. The waste is getting picked up. And are we... Where is our fuel cistern? Alright, it's done. So at this point, they're pretty full. They're pretty full. They're not doing too bad. Alright, this one's waiting. Alright, so that one's going to the road too, because this, I think, was one that had run out of fuel. But the good news is then these trucks will get all this done. There is a lot of snow coming down. I'll tell you that. This is not an unsnowy area of the world. Because what I really like is my snowplow to get over, but I can't do that until this road is done. So that may be where he's going. And then, you know, we've got a couple other locations, because I think then the snowplow will do some pretty fascinating snowplow type things, right? Oh, so I had it going here, which I don't even need, I think. This one isn't even connected. That's even crazier. Alright, so the question is, like, he's going to a road somewhere, but God, these are so slow with the snow. Because you can see how much they speed up once they're going. What do we got here? Oh, they're taking the crane over. So are we at the point? Alright, so we finished the groundworks, and now it's laying bricks, which is everything else. So boards and bricks. It's going to need a lot of that, but it's going to take a long time without the snowplow. And now the buses are waiting, what, for... I see. So the last road it's going to do is the one that I need for the technical office. But there's, you know, winter. So I probably want the gravel roads to have a higher priority. And then we'll at least do that. Alright, so he should be going to that road. And wow, more snow. It's negative 13 Celsius now. I think that is the coldest we've had. But I'm assuming, alright, well, he's probably taking workers there because these guys are working away. But you don't really need them to be working away. But I was trying to clean my village up and created all kinds of fun, didn't it? Alright, so does it have all the gravel it needs now? Yes, even though I can't see any, but it does. So they should be done pretty quickly. That one's done. I do like the textures on the snow. I think they did a decent job. Still don't know why we're not having any power getting built over here. So this is problematic. So I'm worried I'm going to have a gap that's going to occur there. That's not going to be great, but... Alright, so now these guys will be able to do whatever, because, like, they have electric wiring. But it's like, why? See, I don't know that I can tell. I mean, it's without a power supply, but... And it's going to connect all those things. And this is connected, and it appears to run over where it needs to. But I'm not sure if it's the sequence, like it's gonna do it after it does all this. Let me see if I look at the construction. Like, they're not showing that they have all the other pieces. But there we go. They're 100% done. And now I imagine... Why is that not heading there? Oh boy. Alright, roads are clear, nothing's in the way. There we go, finally. Alright. And I assume, again, it's going to go get fuel pretty quickly, but then at least it should start clearing roads, and I don't know how effective that will be and how quick it will be, but why it's not plowing on the way is intriguing on its own, but alright, we should be in pretty good shape because we've been having a lot of deliveries, but wow. Definitely not enough. Need 100, that's a lot of bricks, but that is a big building, so. And yes, I assume it's going to get fuel, and then it might finally go plow. And then at that point, once we started seeing maybe doing some of that, we'll finally call it. Because otherwise there's just not a good break point. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So I'm glad he's finally doing... Oh, really? So I'm gonna need... Oh, I hate doing it. Alright, and then we'll get that one, that entrance later if we need to. For now, we'll let it go do its thing and let it create the gravel road that it needs. Alright, well, it's nice that it's clearing both of those, but you can see how much faster everything is moving now that it... So... Very important vehicle. Why is it going down there? I had the gravel road set. But whatever. Yeah, we are spending money left and right. Alright, well, hopefully it'll go the rest of the way to the food factory now. Yep, looks like it. Alright, so clearing out, we'll get cleared up through to the farm. I'm sure then it'll go down the farm road the whole way. But yeah, so you can see things are moving now. Thank goodness. Alright, so I'm just gonna go take care of that. Obviously it's going to be slower because it's a dirt road. But the real question becomes when it starts to snow again, like how quickly does it cover the road again? I mean, the good news is it's not burning through fuel incredibly fast. So that is good. Question is it going to plow anything? I guess it still is throwing a little bit off, and although I'm not really seeing anything change on the texture, but Still running through there. Will it like go into the entrance? No. Okay. So it's interesting that it doesn't really change the textures there, even though there's some on the side. But now it should have everything in the town to go through, and then once it gets that done, at least everything should move along. Because now if we need any gravel, we need anything like that in the future, like, we're clear. Alright, wow, still a lot of bricks. Here's some more boards, which it definitely needs. But, you know, the good news is, although we're running out of workers, like, the good news is it is kind of keeping up and at least continuing to build. Alright. Well, at this point, we know where we're at. We're going to go ahead and pause. And we're going to wrap this up. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. I'm nervous about the electrical wire. I do not understand why I'm not getting power, and I'm just hoping it's because they got to finish the food factory, and then they're going to go ahead and do that, because I didn't put the substation in until after that, I think. I mean, it built that first, but then it has skipped that other piece. But in any event, if you've enjoyed this and haven't dropped a like, please consider doing that. If you are not a subscriber, please consider that. Both of those things help the channel, and they're greatly appreciated. And I will see you next time.